This week we're making a crucial pivot from outlining to drafting, transforming your proposal into a scientific poster. Think of your paper as the foundation for that future poster, a direct pipeline from your research proposal to a visual presentation. We're building a bridge between the detailed written work and the concise, impactful display you'll create later. This connection means every decision you make in your paper now has a direct impact on how effectively you'll communicate your science visually. So let's make sure we're setting ourselves up for success from the very beginning. Poster judges, especially at busy conferences, are overwhelmed by walls of text. They want to grasp your core message quickly. By writing clear, active topic sentences in your paper now, you prevent that panic later where you might be tempted to copy-paste giant, dense paragraphs onto your paper. Your paper becomes a well-structured narrative, and your poster becomes a visually engaging summary of that narrative, not just a shrunken version of it. This approach ensures your message is digestible and memorable, even in a crowded poster session. This process of building a strong paper now will directly inform the flow and content of your scientific poster. Now let's dive into the anatomy of your proposal, which is more than just a collection of sections. It's a carefully constructed argument. We're moving beyond the basic structure you learned in week 3, focusing on how each part contributes to a cohesive, persuasive whole. Your proposal isn't just a summary of what you've read. It's a forward-looking document that lays out a clear plan for future research. This means every sentence needs to serve a purpose, guiding your reader through your rationale and proposed methods. For example, when you define the gap in your research, you're not just stating what's missing. You're explaining why it matters. If current IHC multiplexing protocols cause unacceptable cross-reactivity, the gap isn't just cross-reactivity exists. It's the lack of an effective, standardized stripping step for sequential multiplex IHC limits our ability to accurately quantify multiple biomarkers on a single tissue section. That specificity is key. This structure will directly inform the flow and content of your scientific poster. Building on the idea of a structured argument, remember that your goal is to synthesize, not just summarize your sources. This is a critical distinction. Summarizing simply restates information, but synthesizing involves integrating different ideas to form a new, coherent understanding. You're not just reporting what others have said, you're weaving their insights together to support your own unique argument. This skill is vital for both your paper and for crafting a compelling scientific poster, where every word counts. It's about showing how different pieces of information connect and contribute to your overall thesis. When you synthesize, you're creating a new narrative from existing knowledge, demonstrating your critical thinking and understanding of the field. This is how you move from being a reporter of information to a generator of new insights. This ability to synthesize will be crucial as we next discuss how to articulate these insights with a scientific voice. To truly synthesize effectively, you need to sound like a scientist, which means adopting a specific voice and perspective in your writing. This isn't about using jargon for its own sake, but about precision, objectivity, and a focus on evidence-based reasoning. Your proposal should reflect a scholarly tone, using clear and concise language to convey complex ideas. This scientific voice will carry directly into your poster presentation, ensuring your message is credible and impactful. It's about communicating your research with authority and clarity, preparing you for how you'll present your findings to a broader scientific community. Think about cognitive load. Reviewers, whether for a paper or a poster, have limited energy. Don't make them burn it trying to decipher a passive, bloated sentence. Active voice, direct language, and precise terminology reduce that load, allowing them to focus on your science, not your sentence structure. This clarity is a hallmark of scientific communication. Now, let's ensure that scientific voice is also a clear one by tackling those terrible sentences. So let's talk about the terrible sentence reality check, a crucial step in refining your scientific voice and ensuring clarity. This check forces you to scrutinize every sentence, asking if it truly contributes to your argument or if it's vague and unnecessary. If a sentence feels clunky or unclear, it's a sign that your thinking might still be muddled, and that's okay. This process of identifying and revising those terrible sentences is how you sharpen your ideas and make your writing more precise. It's a direct application of the clear thinking we discussed earlier, ensuring your proposal is as strong as possible before it becomes a poster. This isn't just about grammar, it's about the intellectual rigor behind your words. Every word should earn its place, especially in scientific writing where precision is paramount. This meticulous approach to sentence construction will serve you well as we next consider the specific proposal voice you need to maintain. Maintaining the proposal voice is absolutely critical. It's how you frame your entire project as a future endeavor, not a report of past findings. You're outlining a plan, so your language must reflect that forward-looking perspective. This means conditional and future tenses throughout, emphasizing what you will do, what you would expect, and what could happen. Slipping into the past tense and reporting results for a study that hasn't happened yet can actually trigger academic integrity or fabrication flags, which is a severe warning. This subtle but powerful shift clearly communicates the nature of your document, and it directly influences how you'll manage your citations. Building on that proposal voice, let's discuss citations and what I call the lab director check. You're not just dropping in references, you're using them to support your proposed actions and anticipated outcomes. Think about it this way. If your lab director walked in and asked why you're proposing a certain method, your citations should immediately provide the evidence. You're synthesizing sources, not just summarizing them. This means you're weaving the information from your readings into your own argument, showing how it informs your plan. This proactive approach to citations saves you a ton of work later and ensures your proposal is robust. Now let's look ahead a bit and consider how this paper bridges to your future scientific poster. Your proposal isn't just a standalone assignment, it's the foundational work for your poster presentation. The clear, concise sentences you're crafting now will become the backbone of your poster's content. Poster judges hate walls of text, and clear writing active topic sentences in the paper now prevents you from panicking and copy-pasting giant paragraphs onto your poster later. This connection makes the effort you put into this paper even more valuable as it serves a dual purpose. And with that in mind, let's talk about reviewing your draft. Finally, let's talk about reviewing the draft, a critical step that often gets overlooked. This isn't just about spell checking. It's about a terrible sentence reality check. You need to scrutinize every sentence, especially those that feel vague or weak. If a sentence doesn't clearly convey a single strong idea, then it's a terrible sentence, and it needs to be rewritten. This rigorous review ensures that your proposal voice is consistent and that your arguments are crystal clear. Catching these issues now, before you move to the next stage, is incredibly efficient. It's about refining your thinking, not just your writing. Now let's really build this argument, moving from those clear sentences to a fully formed proposal. We're constructing a logical flow that guides your reader directly to your proposed solution. You must build your introduction towards a clear gap in the existing research. For example, in IHC multiplexing, if your current protocol causes unacceptable cross-reactivity, the gap isn't just better staining. It's the specific need for a reliable stripping step between antibody applications to ensure distinct signals. Your objectives, research question, and methodology must then directly follow from that precise gap. This isn't just good practice. It ensures your proposal is coherent and compelling. And a crucial warning, this is a proposal. You are outlining a plan, not reporting results. Slipping into past tense and describing outcomes for a study that hasn't happened yet can actually trigger academic integrity flags for fabrication. Stay in the present or future tense for your proposed ideas. This week, your discussion board isn't just a chat forum, it's your critical peer review session, a vital step in refining your outline. You need to post your working argument by Thursday. This gives your classmates ample time to review it thoroughly, then you'll give and get feedback from your peers. The feedback is invaluable. It helps you spot weaknesses and areas for improvement that you might have missed. For instance, if a peer points out a wall of text, it's because poster judges hate them. Writing clear, active topic sentences in your paper now prevents you from panicking and again, copy-pasting giant paragraphs onto your poster later. Make sure you apply that feedback before Sunday's deadline. This iterative process of drafting, getting feedback, and revising is how strong academic work is built, and it directly prepares you for the next step. My feedback on your outline is going to be the most useful feedback you get all term. This isn't an exaggeration. It directly shapes your paper. If you build this outline well, your paper is already half written. You've done the heavy lifting of thinking and structuring. When we talk about sounding like a scientist, we're really talking about managing cognitive load. Reviewers have limited energy, so don't make them burn it trying to decipher a passive, bloated sentence. Again, clear, concise writing, honed in this outline, respects their time and makes your science shine. Do this one well, and you will feel the difference next week. It will transform your writing process from a struggle into a much smoother expansion of ideas. So put in the effort now, and I promise you'll thank me later.